Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us again. We had a great Giving Tuesday a couple days ago, and we just want to give a follow-up to that event. And thank you so much for your support, and thank you to our team for all the hard work that was done that day. We reached, actually, our goal was 50,000 views of our projects, and we've hit almost 100,000 views of our projects all across Canada. So we had teams out in Vancouver, in Calgary, in Winnipeg, in the GTA, and in Ottawa. And so there was a lot of activity going on that day, and we had all our staff on the ground, as well as a number of volunteers who joined us. So we're so thankful for everybody partnering with us on that. We are still receiving donations in towards that. I know a number of checks and stuff are still in the mail. And so we haven't quite seen the full results of that yet. And so we do still have the campaign open. So if you'd like to join us and partner with us more, we'd love to see you join our team in that way. Currently, we are sitting at 10,600, and so you can donate more. We'd love to have you join us, or invite your friends or family to join us as well. And thekilling.ca/donate is where you can donate. We also have links to our videos from the day. Those are still on that site, as well as they're found on YouTube and on Facebook, Twitter. So they're floating around there, so you can check those videos out from the day. But today I wanted to bring on our president, Nick Rosendal, and invite him to share a little bit more about the activities that go on through the year, because this is not just a one-time event in the year. So thanks for joining us, Nick.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and so I thought I'd just ask you to share a little bit more about some of the growth that we've had this year in our reach.
Yeah, it's been an incredible year. We've seen rapid, a large amount of expansion across the country, and I think Giving Tuesday just kind of encapsulated some of that, where we saw activism, all the way from Langley up to Ottawa, and all the teams on the ground, and that's kind of been the trajectory for the whole year. A lot of expansion into new communities and new areas, and it's been fantastic to see. And I think just going back to the Giving Tuesday campaign, we have a bit of a matching grant still available. So would love to see some donations to fully realize that matching grant yet today or in the coming days, as the campaign is still open. But yeah, this year has been super exciting with the number of volunteers that have gotten involved, the new communities that we've been able to reach. We had a incredibly large internship this summer with over 50 interns during our summer months. I think at the peak in August, we had 85 people on payroll, which was fantastic. Very exciting, obviously very busy, but in a good way. So that was really cool. And then what we did with the internship was we took them on tour. So we were able to, out west, we went all the way to Victoria, and going all the way to Winnipeg, and hitting different communities, and that's been really cool to see. And out east, they went all the way from Newfoundland to back to Toronto in the GTA, Windsor area as well. And we're able to network with a lot of communities, especially in the Maritimes. That's been a big focus, trying to build up some of the new groups that are developing there. We've got some great volunteer teams that have started up in Newfoundland, in Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and actually Blaze was just there last month to provide further training and more support for these groups. So it's really great to see more people getting involved and new volunteer teams joining us in this work. So that's been the big encouragement for this year, is as how many people are showing interest and getting involved and joining the cause. So
right, because we've been doing a lot more work in Ottawa and Montreal this year too, so that's really ramped up with our staff being more present in those areas with the Ottawa initiative.
Yeah, that's right. We've got 2 part-time staff members based out of Ottawa at the moment, and we have Emile, our truck driver, who's driving in the sort of Ottawa, Cornwall, all the way up to Montreal, that corridor, which has been great. He was out on Giving Tuesday as well with the truck and reaching people in that way. And we had some choice chain teams out in Ottawa as well. So that's really fantastic to see. A little bit of activism happening with our Montreal Against Abortion group, and they've been able to go out a number of times this year and do outreach in Quebec. So that's pretty exciting as well.
It's also encouraged with the during Giving Tuesday in Vancouver, we had one staff member out there, but she managed to get, I believe it was 8 or 9 volunteers out participating with door knocking on Giving Tuesday. So it's great to see a good volunteer team who is jumping on board there as well.
Mm-hmm. And that's really like the sort of the backbone of our organization, is how many people come out and not only give their support in terms of financial support, but give their time and show interest in either running through some of our training programs or joining our outreach teams on the street. For example, out west, we had for the first time crash course programs being launched in Winnipeg, in Calgary, in Kelowna, Salmon Arm, to name a few, and then also first time for some high school boot camps in Winnipeg and Calgary as well. And we've seen a large number of participants, which has been really, really exciting to see. For next year already, we had for one of our biggest projects, we had I think over 86 applications for our Florida project coming up in February. So unfortunately, we're going to have to turn a few of those people away because we can't take them all. But it's a great problem to have, to see so many people signing up to get involved and to learn pro-life apologetics and do some outreach. So
right,
very encouraging. Yeah,
and I know that people are starting to send in their applications and stuff for this for next year for the summer internship. We just had a talk last night, and a number of people were excited to sign up to do the internship through the summer, whether that be high school with a 2-month internship or whether it be for the 4-month internship. So we're excited to see even more people join us there.
Yeah, so we've seen the growth all the way across Canada, more people getting involved and more interest shown. We've also seen some international developments. Micah was just last month, she was in the Netherlands and able to debate a Dutch politician there. So that was really exciting. And Quiana from Calgary went out to New Zealand this past summer and also trained a group there. So that's some great opportunities that we had to spread the message and I guess our knowledge base and our expertise and share with other groups.
Yeah, and it's exciting to see them, like they're reaching out to us, asking us for our experience and to lend a hand in their areas.
Yeah, which is very encouraging.
Yeah. So for the organization, how many staff do we have on now?
We have about 28 staff on payroll at the moment. That includes full-time and part-time. So that's good. And we have a couple people, 2 or 3 people, 4 people actually fundraising at the moment to join staff in a full-time capacity. So there's one in Calgary, 2 out here in Ottawa, and another in Winnipeg. So
actually, I think we got 2 out here coming on.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Thomas and I guess
Amy.
Yeah, Amy and Thomas, but Josh already reached his fundraising goal.
He already reached his.
He's on staff. Yeah.
Yeah. So lots of growth happening there, and it takes a lot of us to be on full-time regular staff to make these projects work and projects happen, and then a volunteer team rallying around us, along with, of course, a solid donor base to make that work. Do you want to give a little bit insight into our donations and how that affects us through the year and how that's been looking like?
For sure. Yeah. So this year so far, we've raised over $2 million of donations. That's the budget goal for this year, which has been great. That comes from about 14,000 individual donations throughout the year. So on an average, it's about $150 per donation that we're seeing, which is fantastic. And that's, mainly from individuals. I think over 80% of our donations are from small donations like that, and then 20% from larger either companies or major donors. So that's fantastic growth, and that's really what it comes down to. And also with this campaign, if there's anything that you can give, every little bit helps. Also prepares us for the next year and for our budgets, which I'm working on with John at the moment as we prepare our budgets for the coming year. So
it's not like we cap out, like we do what we can with what we're given.
Yeah,
and budget accordingly. So we're not going to be stretched above our means, but we also understand that we need to be fiscally responsible with the donations that we get, with the large team that we have on staff, and the salaries that go involved there. We actually are running on a fairly small budget considering all the stuff that we accomplished through the year.
that's right. Yeah, and we have so much interest, which is very encouraging. That the number of people signing up and applying for our programs, the number of interns that we were able to hire last summer, and hopefully we can hire again next summer. So the people are there, and usually that's the question I get asked quite a bit in update meetings with businesses and other supporters is, what's your biggest roadblock or obstacle to overcome? And generally it's people and finances. And at this point, over the last couple of years especially, definitely have the people that are either willing to join our programs and get educated to learn pro-life apologetics, and even join staff. Right now the biggest thing is expanding the financial network.
Right. Earlier on Tuesday, we talked to Jonathan a little bit about the strategy of the organization and the work that we did. So today is a little bit more administrative on that side of things, but do feel free to check that out. We've got other video content as well that talks more about our strategy. So if any of the people, those of you who are viewing here, would like to check out a little bit more of that, there is that. But yeah, I just wanted to thank you all for joining us and supporting us throughout our work throughout the year, and encourage you to partner with us. We'd love to come to your community, whether that be a full-on presentation, whether that be workshops to teach you people at your church or community group on how to have effective conversations. We'd love to join you for that. Or if you'd like to have a more intimate gathering with your friends and family at your house, and we can come and share more about our work. We certainly do those home presentations and would love to expand our team. And so thanks, Nick, for joining us today and sharing a little bit more insights on the back end there. And we look forward to speaking with you again and having more opportunities to connect with our supporters. So thanks everybody for joining us for Giving Tuesday, but also throughout the year.
Yes, thanks, Loretta. And I just wanted to say before you wrap this up, thanks so much for all your work in putting this all together, this Giving Tuesday activism, both the Blitz, coordinating with all the teams across the country, and then all these live streams. It was an incredible amount of work that you did. I'm very grateful for your work, not only with this campaign, but throughout the year.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's very encouraging to see everybody rally together on these events, and I think it's encouraging for our supporters, but it's also encouraging for us when we're working in different offices in different locations to be rallying together on a project all at one time. And so it's great to see everybody come together on that.
For sure. Thanks so much.
Great. Thank you.
Bye-bye.